Fahamu Kenya TV, elevating talent to the next level. One-on-one with better.
Hey, wonderful people. Welcome to Fahamu Kenya TV. We are now live. The show that we have all been waiting for is right here with us, and we are ready for you. Hope you're ready for us. I'm sure we'll have a wonderful 1 hour of inspirational talk. Today we have a very dynamic man that I've known for quite some time, Othole Mukama himself, a top producer in this country. But I will not speak much. Maybe you'll all want to hear his voice. So I'll allow him to introduce himself and tell us who he is and what he's been doing for this country. Welcome on show, Sir Othole.
Wow. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Bidel. Thank you. This team, Fahamu Kenya TV, and we bless God for this platform. Yes, as you've heard, I'm Othole Mukama. I'm a creative. I love creative things. I'm an artist. I'm a husband. I'm a father of 3. I love working with the youth, and I work at ICC. That's International Christian Center, Imara Daima. I'm a studio owner. There's so much, yeah. But also this season, I'm the chairman of Kenya Holy Hip Hop, or Hip Hop Hub of Kenya. So I also happen to be that, by God's grace. And thank you for giving us this platform to, just share our minds and just see how we can nurture talent.
Oh, great. There you have it. Othole himself, he has made such a wonderful introduction about himself, and you'll be hearing more from him. Basically, what I can explain to our viewers is that Fahamu Kenya TV is an idea that has whose time has come. It's an idea that we have been thinking about for quite a while on how we can elevate talent in this country and take them to another platform. We've all heard about there's this notion that serikali saidia, all the time youth crying serikali saidia, Kenyans crying serikali saidia. But now we want to change that narrative to saidia serikali, because when we have such platforms elevating talents in this country, we know we are going to create employment opportunities, and we know we are going to change lives for Kenyans and for this country as well. Just to give you a brief history about creative industry, you realize creative industry is now called the orange economy of the world. There are many countries out there who have advanced in the orange economy, and closer home, in the continent of Africa, we have Nigeria and South Africa, who are the best, players, or rather our peers who have advanced in the orange economy. And creative industry is doing wonders in those countries, contributing immensely to the GDP of their countries. So we thought that it is time, as individuals, as government, as groups, we come together, we unite and elevate talent so that we can also make our creative industry grow just like our peers in Africa. And I'm sure we'll change the story from serikali saidia to saidia serikali. I'm sure you all agree with me. Without wasting time, we introduce the topic of today, nurturing talents for a better Kenya. And probably I will start by asking Othole how he started out as a music producer, and how he has progressed, so that people can just understand that this is not just he did not just come from the air. He came from somewhere before he became a top producer in this country. Bwana Othole, over to you.
Okay. Thank you, Bidel, sir. Even before I answer that, you're talking about kusaidia serikali, not serikali saidia. So one of the things I can urge a creative person, you can go online right now and look for on Twitter especially, look for the Ministry of Culture, our own Ministry of Culture for Kenya, and just try and link up with them, see what opportunities they have for artists. If you can, you sign up with them and you become part of what they're doing. That's you're following up what the government is doing, but you're also introducing yourself so that you be part of what the government is doing. Yeah. Again, my journey has been quite an interesting one, if I may say so. I don't know where to begin, but let me just say the musical aspect of it. So I finished high school in '97, and at the time I was finishing, I used to find myself collecting music, and I used to love, like just collecting tapes. Those were the days of tapes, my cassette. So I used to collect that and the Source magazines, and I always wanted to be, like those guys in the magazines and in the tapes that I used to listen to. So I wanted to rap. And I started on this journey somewhere around South Sea, an estate in KPA. And at that time, we just ganged up with a couple of friends, again, some from K South, and we were just doing things in the house, yeah. So there was Bidel, yeah, there was Shidi, there was Dice. This is Mbuvi's brother. So Dice was more of the producer. Then the rest of us were just, artists. Then along the way, we had friends now in different places, and guys were teasing us because we were doing things inside the house. And being a producer, it was really hard at that time because there were only a few. We could talk of Ted Josiah, and maybe those are the ones that we could think of, maybe the Kosias, but most of them were underground, or the likes of Bruce Odhiambo, the late. So those are the ones that we could mention that we were well known of, but most of them were mysterious. We couldn't find them, and it was expensive to produce. So we used to do things in the house, again, record using tapes, using PlayStation, and guys used to tease us. They used to say, nyinyi mnafanya tu vitu ndani ya nyumba, hizo ni ndani ya nyumba production. And they used to laugh at that name. So for me, I went ahead and registered it. So I went to the government and registered it, and it became an official thing. So it was two things. It was one, a group, and it was also a production. But that time I was just recording. I was an artist, so Dice was our producer. But even as we were going around, different studios, we met different producers. Yeah. And there was a point where we recorded somewhere. I won't mention which studio. And these producers gave us a hard time, not Dice, someone else. Yeah. He gave us a hard time because those days you used to hire a studio for, say, 1 hour. You used to pay 1,500. So within that hour, we used to sharpen our craft to a point where we could do 3 songs within an hour. So each song used to take like 20 minutes to record. Yes. Because we had done our homework, we were, in shape. But now this producer felt like we were cheating because he wanted us to do just 1 song within that whole hour. So it became a problem, and there was a back and forth. I really engaged him. He didn't seem like he was responsive. So that moment, he said something that really stuck with me to this day. He said, "But then you can't do what I do." So that's what he actually said, and that sparked something in me. Like, what are you saying? That I can't do what you're doing?
Yes.
So it was more of a challenge. Yes, it was out of bad taste, but I took it as a challenge, and I told him, we've recorded here 1 song, and you're refusing for us to continue recording. So I told him, if possible, just remain with the songs. We've paid for it. You let it help you. So that inside me, I noted something. I said, I'll actually do this. Yeah. So long story short, I went on a journey to just find myself as a producer, still an artist, and the rest is history. So that's how I started.
Yes. Your journey has progressed for you to become a top producer in Kenya. I mean, who doesn't know Othole right now?
But by God's grace, we've had the platform to be known, and we've had an opportunity to put our names out. Right now, we have a studio with equipment. We have producers that we're working with, people that we're teaching. We have artists. We don't sign, but we have people that we work with and that are under the recording studio.
Okay. So Thank you very much for that very elaborate introduction, Bwana Othole. Yes,
Yeah.
Othole mentioned Bidel, and that Bidel is me. I remember we used to take some cassettes, or rather recorded CDs to some of the stations. Just before we turned like this, the cassettes have entered the dustbin, but we never gave up. Yeah, so
For
that's our
sure.
short
For
story.
sure.
Yeah, so Mr. Othole, we
Yes, sir.
know that we have plenty of talent in this country, and uh, and
For
and
sure.
right now there are a lot of youth struggling on how they can discover, or rather elevate their talents out there. There are people who have also, maybe one time they have recorded a song, and they were told that, hey, you can't sing, you can't do it, and they stopped there. I would
Mm.
like you just to take a bit of time and start off by telling and encourage this youth that if you are told no the
Mm.
first time, how do you then progress so that now
Yeah.
you elevate your talent, or you elevate your gift to the next level?
Okay. I mean, this is 2021, and that's a really wonderful question. 2021, things are shifted. Yeah. We are talking
Yes,
of the orange economy. We are talking of artists living off of music like full time. Yeah. And
yes,
so the ones that are starting out, it's not easy. It won't be any easy. So I encourage you guys, like, first, if you don't know, even if like you're supposed to be doing whatever, it could be fashion, it could be spoken word, it could be acrobatics. Just take time to look within yourself and ask, like, what are you, what are your desires, what do you enjoy, what do you love seeing? Because God has each one of us something, a gift, yeah, or a talent. And for some it could be speaking. You might end up being a lawyer. I don't think that's orange economy, but you see, you look at something within you that is coming out, yeah, like why do you
yes,
enjoy watching football? And that can be a career, yeah. Why do you
yes, yes,
enjoy the PlayStation? That can be a career. You can be a professional gamer, yeah, and it's actually a
yes,
career right now, yeah. So there's
yes,
so
yes,
much out there. There's so much that people can do. People can, but the artists, the creative ones, you can just first start wherever you are, like with what you have.
yes,
I remember back in
yes,
those days, Bidel used to host me full time. Yani, like I used to listen to tapes. At that time, I
yes,
don't have it. Bidel had, a cassette player, and so we are listening to what we have. We used to go to
yes,
cybers to make beats, yeah,
yes,
using demo
yes,
softwares, which we've
mm,
borrowed from people. We used to even pay to get into shows, yeah. Right now, I know it's a
yes,
different season. Like we are saying, COVID and 2021, people are not going for shows, but you can create your own shows. Right now, we have the social media. You can start, showcasing whatever it is that you have, your craft, your gift, maybe you're
yeah,
cooking. You can just start wherever, and people might laugh, and people might just, even criticize, but you take it positively. Again, people are
yeah,
different, because someone might be criticized and positively, but they take it the wrong way. For me, I encourage you to take it positively. Use what is beneficial to you, and keep going. Just asking questions. Look for someone who's gone ahead. For me, I went ahead and met the late Bruce Odhiambo. He was personally a mentor to me, and I used
yeah,
to ask him questions. This is I mean, they've won awards all over the globe. They have golden plaques on their wall, like what we see in America. This is an African band, and they have that. So it was a question of, how have these guys really done it? So I went under him, and just I used to question him. We used to have sessions with other producers, other artists, and you could just sit
yeah.
back and just listen to his wisdom. And
Okay.
you can tell we grew from that. And for me, I'm saying, where you are, look for someone who's gone ahead. Like, for example, now maybe Bidel or myself, engage with us on social media, ask us questions, follow us up, and we might not give you attention at first, but just keep trying, looking for solutions to whatever it is that you're doing, and keep at that craft without losing hope. I believe
Yeah.
in due time it will just pay off. Yeah.
Oh, great. You see wisdom coming from Othole. Practice makes perfect. Othole has been a producer. He started off, in a small way, and now he is gone. He's big. He's training a lot of producers. He's training artists. So I think
Yeah.
for the young people who are listening out there, you can do it. Mr.
Yeah.
Othole, there have been these
Yes, sir.
instances in African setup where parents tell us that wacha hizo vitu unafanya, those things cannot help you. But creative arts is running the world right now because can you imagine
Yeah.
your house without a picture? A picture is an art. Can you imagine your radio without music? Music is an art. Uh, can you imagine those musicians out there who have made it big? They own big companies, have employed millions of people. What will you tell the African parent right now? Because I think they have contributed to some extent on discouraging their children from pursuing their talent, because you see, a talent is a gift from God. Yeah, but when you say wachana na hizo vitu, we soma, sijui ufike wapi, utafute kazi, is it a way of discouraging a gift to pop out, or what do you think, Mr. Othole?
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Yeah, I believe, especially, I mean, to each parent, they have their own way of doing things, yeah, and they have their reasons why, and I mean, for that we respect that. However, if you notice, like your child has a gift or talent, you can just encourage them. That's what I can just say. Encourage them to pursue it. If, for example, they like sounds, just start, get something, maybe a drum or a guitar. Understand, are they inclined towards singing, and encourage them. You never know where this will lead. Yeah, and I say that because like for me, I never saw myself as being a producer or a creative in this sense. I wanted to be an architect. I still desire to do that. Yeah, however, this is where I'm at, and this is what has brought me to this place. It has opened so many doors. It has given me platforms to meet leaders and different people and just network. So I encourage, I mean, I tell parents who are there with their children, encourage them. And I know it's a shift, especially from the older generation. By that I mean, the parents who are our parents who are there in the 80s, because the notion that time was, soma and you'll get, somewhere wonderful. Clearly, some of us tumesoma na bado we are still looking for opportunities. So it doesn't make sense, yeah. So the next generation has come in. They've understood you can actually nurture talent. But now the key thing would be also not this generation. Don't let your children live your dream, yeah. And it was also within our parents' generation. Like, for example, for them it was, if a parent wanted to be a lawyer, they want you also to be a lawyer, somehow, or find yourself in the law line. But now our generation would be, because we didn't achieve that creative aspect, we want that child to achieve that creative aspect. It shouldn't be that. It should be just find out what their desires are, what they like, and encourage them towards it, obviously with wisdom and knowledge. So researching, and most of these kids are right now, they are more knowledgeable than we. And I say that because there's YouTube, there's internet, there's Google, so by the time they're coming to us, they already know, they've researched, they know, they've talked to their friends, so they're coming to us, Nika, just to get a second opinion, yeah. But our opinion as parent really matters. So encouraging them, if you're going for their recital or being there for their practice, to really go a long way to encourage these people, these young ones.
Okay. Oh, great. Thank you very much, Othole. That's a very good point. And moving to our next, maybe, a fact is many youth don't know how to start really. I know some people are talented, they sing in church, maybe they have gone for concerts, they have a nice voice. How can a young person package themselves in a way that it can help, if a top producer is listening, or if somebody in government is listening, so that they can give this young person an opportunity? How do they package themselves?
I mean, that's a question of branding and marketing, yeah. But like you just said, there are platforms you can start. A very good platform for me, I'd encourage you guys, if you're listening, just plug into a church. And I say that not in a selfish way. Don't go there just for your own gain, yeah. Go there to learn an instrument for God's glory, that you can be, you can be used to reach out. Yeah, for example, you can be the one playing the keyboard, and you lead worship. But in the meantime, as you're playing the keyboard, you see you're learning, because you're being given a platform that is not there. In a normal setting, you'd be paying for that time. You'll be paying to learn. Yeah, and chances are, if you go to a church, you'll find someone who's already ahead. So this person will teach you things that you haven't learned. Yeah, again, an aspect of marketing and branding yourself. Yeah, so you can sit down under someone in church and learn. What does it take? Yeah, does it? If I want to put content out, how should I look? Where should I start? Yeah. For example, now, like the example I've just given, that you're in a church, you can be documenting your journey to learn the keyboard or the guitar. So imagine you're starting out, you're just taking, short clips, and those short clips you're putting online. That's content. Yeah. Again, as time goes, people are growing with you. People are seeing, the progress of this person. And I'm saying this because these are things we didn't have back then. Yeah. I see right now. Because these are tools that you use. As you're doing that, you're sharpening yourself, because you'll go back, look at the video, see, do I need to dress well? Do I need to, change my background? Do I need, and you're adding value as you continue. You're seeing, do I need to change? Maybe where can I get a better keyboard? Or,